Good morning, team.
Good morning, Ashish.
Hi, Sana. So let's start your session.
This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so yesterday we were doing some of the business rule, right? So we did for age, how we can define the age, and there was a business rule that we were supposed to create, but we could not, right? So Shini is missing from today's session. Okay. So you're going to come to your business rule. So just type in here as your business rule. And once you come to your business rule, configure business rule. So in this configure business rule, we will again go ahead and create that rule, right? So what was the requirement that we were doing? We were came to the home page and employee file. So we wanted to do something with the salutation, right? Salutation to take it automatically, right? So here we wanted a salutation. When you have male, it is Mr. And when you have a female, it should take it here as a. So let's go ahead and define this again. So here if I come into your basic detail, so this is your ADP. What is that? Salutation, right? ATP salutation. So here I'll give this today's date, which is 2020, and fine. And then this base object, it is your personal information. So here it's going to come your all these object is going to show. So here you will see where is personal information. Oh, nothing is coming. So you have your personal information and I'll go ahead with this. So in your personal information, so we have to see how we can write a rule. So if your gender is equal to male, you should take it as a, okay, let's take it from here. If gender is equal to male, oh goodness, this is not coming here. Oh, good. So we can do like this. So if your person information gender is equal to male, then what it should do? Yes, who was telling Sana? You were telling, right?
Yes, Ashish, I was telling this.
So I think we just we got this value. So here it is a value, right? So since value was not coming and male or female, so I think we can select from here, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
gender is equal to value male, then what it should do?
Uh, it should set
Hmm. It should set your salutation
salutation
to be
value
equal
not
to value.
equal to Mr.
Right. So it should be equal to Mr. Now in the same rail, what you can do, you can also do it for the female also. So what you can do, add
Okay.
expression and or. So if gender is equal to value male or
Or or
huh, or
gender is
if
equal
gender is equal to female,
to
right? So what you can do, then set your here also you can set your another add expression.
okay.
Oh, it has gone down. Oh, it doesn't matter, don't worry. So what we can do, we can set this and same thing we can do here also, right? Set your salutation to be equal to value miss.
Miss, yeah.
Alright, so I'll save you this detail. Oh, actually here also it should come as a and or not, but it's not coming. But anyhow, let's see that if whether it works or not. So here you can see we'll save you this detail. And this is your ADP salutation, right? So where you going to write this ADP salutation? You're going to write this into your manage business configuration,
Manage-
right?
Yeah.
Good morning, Vala. Tell me, Vala. Okay. All right. So we'll come into your this section and we will have your manage business configuration, right? So come to the admin center, select your manage business configuration, and in your manage business configuration, what we will do, we will
Personal information.
personal information. I think this is personal information, right? So here you have your personal information. So what is another rule that we have defined? It's a salutation, right? ADP
Yeah.
salutation.
I think there's no space.
There's no space. ADP salutation. So we'll come here, we'll scroll down and we'll select this person information and we have your ADP salutation. When you want to see that, you want to view this, right? And save your this section. So once you save your this section, let's see whether it is working also or not. Because we have just taken something, right?
Yeah.
So here we have saved this and let's, if I come into your this section and if I put here as your refresh, you can see salutation has worked, right?
Yeah.
Earlier there was nothing, it was coming, right?
Yes.
Now let's
Yes.
check for some female. Whom we have hired anybody else into as a female? Whom we hired in the user data file? Saujanya, I don't think the
Yeah.
Saujanya is there. This is a new system, right? Saujanya Gupta, okay, she's coming here. So let's see whether it is working for Saujanya also or not. So for female it is, this is Saujanya. Oh, but her detail is only not showing. Obviously if the detail is not showing, how it will take it, right? We have given with the gender, right?
Yes.
If you read with the gender, so Saujanya, last name is Gupta. Alright, I think it's okay. Now we can see. Preferred language and nationality. Language English. US nationality it is United States, right? I think that's it. Oh goodness, it is going for the workflow. Tessa and the Christine. I'll have to close this workflow. Personal detail, I think this is the one it is coming. Just give me a minute, team. Let me close this. I'm going to stop this workflow and I want to see it's like where they are triggering this workflow. This is a workflow. It is going for an approval. Okay, let's close this one. Now there are some more which is coming as a. Let me close even that also. Yeah, I think good to go. So we have done this, and once that's saved, and we will again try to make those changes. Alright, so we have done this. Again, if I resume this, so you will see, now it has saved. Oh, but with Saujanya also it is coming as a Mr. only. Now hold on, we can write in the same rule also, right? If the person information gender is equal to male, or if the person information gender is equal to, so this section is fine, right? Then set first salutation, but I think we have to change this because we are not writing, it's like, when it is male, it should be equal to Ms, and when it should be female, it should, so here also we have to make some changes. So let's make this. See, here we're not specifying anything, right? Here we're not specifying anything. It's like, when it should take as a miss and when it should take as a mister, right? So set personal salutation to be equal to value miss, but when it should take this value miss, then set, no, but where should we write? Then set personal information. What we should do, we have to take something extra to be equal to, okay, let's see that here. If the person information gender is male, okay, we'll have to change, or maybe we'll have to write it separately to two different rules. It will not work in the same rule. Anyhow, let's just try whether it works or not. So here you have your edit, add expression, move up and down. Only the add expression is only coming here. Else if set personal information gender to be equal to value. Yeah, but then it is like, it's a question. It's like set personal information. No. Then in this case, we don't require the first option, right? So let's make it as a true. So let's do that here only. Let's close this, delete. This also delete. Alright, so acha, there it is starting from then only. If set your cell, hold on. Let's start with if, raise the message, create. Oh, it's not, it's not starting with if. Set, set gender to be equal to male. No, hold on. Set salutation to be equal to value male when, oh goodness, to Mr. when you have your add expression, move up and down. Okay, add expression. Oh goodness, it is starting completely new thing. Add expression only, again this is starting new thing only. Delete. There's no way that you can create something else, right? Add expression above, move up and down. There's nothing here. There's nothing here which is coming. It's like, which you can make it as a, so here it is, add expression above and down. Then set value, let's see, then set your personal information salutation to be equal to value Mr. But when? You should be able to, there's no option also it's coming, that you can select for when. We have to go ahead with the if and this condition only. So let's see here also. And as here it is coming as in, so here you can see else if also it is coming. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's remove this this detail from here, female one, right? Oh, how to remove this also delete. It's not getting deleted also. This will get deleted. Okay. So here let's write add. Oh, it's coming like this only. Or I want to remove this or sign. Okay. Anyhow, let's do that. If your where it is, if the if no if the gender is equal to value male, right? So then what it should do? Then set the person value salutation to be equal to Mr. So here add else if personal information gender is equal to female, then set where is set? Then set your salutation to be equal to female, right? Miss. So let's save this now and see whether it works or not. So let's come into profile. So I'll refresh the Sojourner's profile and see whether it is coming as a miss or not now. Now it is working, right? So you can see in the same role, we have given like different two options, right? So here it is, if person information gender is equal to male, then set person information solution should be equal to Mr. If else if the person information gender is equal to female, then set this salutation to be equal to Miss, right? So this is how you can create your rule. So we have created enough rule teams. So let's move on further because I don't want to just go ahead and all right. Okay, let's also finish with your 7 point because we're still stuck in the 7 point. So how to create the position, how to create all those details, we have already discussed all these sections. Okay, there is some more business rule here I have in my screen. Have I covered all these topic? Okay. Legal and where is legal entity? Have we discussed this? Have we discussed this?
No, no, Ashish.
We not
Oh wait,
discussed all these?
this we have I think discussed already.
This we
Uh,
have not discussed.
I remember you did discuss that we have to discuss this, but uh, I think we have already done this one.
Okay, so if you have done with this one, even I also think, have we discussed this? How you can, yeah, this also we have done, right? How to create the section, subsection in the portlet?
Yes, yes, yes.
We have done this also. So position we are doing, pick list have shown, association also have shown, and then it is your how we can create your all those details. So now here there are some business rules. So let's see all these business rules. So here you can see, okay, what do you understand by this business rule? So I think this is a different kind of a retirement. We have already done a retirement date, right, to figure it out, but this is a different retirement date that is coming. So here, okay, who wants to read this? Bala, do you want to read this? Yes, go ahead to read this. Hmm. What do you think employees on contract? Where you reading that it's a contract? It's a workflow, right? It does not mean it's a employees on contract. Okay. So what is actually happening in this rule? You can see it is showing you the alert. What kind of a alert it is showing? It is showing you the alert that if employee retirement date, when it comes to be whatever the retirement date they have, when it comes to be 3 months before, minus C, it means 3 months before. Then what it should do, it should set retirement date, for 3 months before, and it should give you the alert message. With that, it should trigger a workflow, right? And the workflow it has been defined into your contract and alert. So whatever the workflow it is there, so it is, it will come, and then what will happen? Effective date minus C, which means this is the rule which has been written. Minus C means 3 months before. So this is what the retirement alert message is going to come to the employee. Okay, but there's no way you can see it's like it is on the contract. Contract is something what the workflow has been written on, but it's nothing to do with the employee who are on contract. It will also go to the employee who are on permanent and all those people who have their contract ending where it is mentioned. The workflow has been defined as a contract, secondary, and the retirement alert. So, all right. So it means it is for also for the people who are on contract. It is also for the people who are a full-time employee and also people who are going to retirement alert. So in that case, it's going to trigger for everybody. Let's read the second one. Okay, so now you want to read this? It's a bit tricky, huh?
Uh, yeah. No, this particular business rule is tricky for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'll have to sit properly and do practice, and then only I'll be able to understand it.
Okay. But I have covered so many business
I
rule
know,
with your
I
batch.
know
I've
you
never
covered
done this.
something which is. I know you have you have done you have made us you have done a lot of practice as well. So many examples you have done, but still, I think I'll need to sit and then maybe keep doing the practice, and then only I'll be able to
Okay, but
understand.
do you want to try?
Anyway, yeah, yeah. So this is if employee information, job information, pay scale level is not equal to null,
Which
and
means blank.
yeah, and amount from pay scale structure not equal to this is again null, I think, 0. Pay scale
Hmm.
level, employee information, job in pay scale. Uh,
Right. So what it is saying, if employee pay scale level is blank,
is
then
blank.
what it should do, when
Is,
amount is equal to zero, not equal to zero, which means greater than zero.
yeah, 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 yeah.
All
So
right.
pay,
When employee pay scale level is blank, but amount is greater than zero. So what it
yes,
should do, and pay component is 1002.
yeah,
All right. So it should trigger an even date. Right? So
okay.
here you can see it is triggering an even date. So which
Mm-hmm.
even date it should trigger? It should trigger the even date as a pay component when it is equal to salary. It should also do a pay component recurring amount. It should equal to 1002. Pay component recurring currency. It should be one of currency. It means whichever currency it is, and the frequency also it should. So it should set amount, currency, and frequency with the even date automatically. All right.
Component,
So
pay component as well, like 4 things.
Fourth thing, pay component salary, amount, currency, and frequency, it should set, which means whenever if the pay scale level, even if it is blank, but the amount is equal to more than zero. So you have to set all these four things, salary, then
Component,
your amount,
recurring amount,
currency, and
recurring
frequency.
currency, recurring
Right,
frequency. Yeah.
fourth thing, you have to fill this. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Yes, Bala, you want to read this? Yes, Bala, go ahead. Okay, what is happening in this? You don't read this the one which is coming before dot. Always read the last one. This user is coming in the portlet context. So this is your portlet. So don't read that. If your login user is equal to user, then set your workflow to be equal to address change. I didn't get this. So if login user is equal to current user, if login user is equal to current user means different user. Hmm. But then why the address will change? Right. If my login is equal, if login is not equal to current user, then it makes sense, you ask for the address change, right? Right. But here you can see at somewhat I don't go with this. Like if login user is equal to maybe let's suppose whoever currently it is my SAP Cloud 12. Maybe somebody else was using the same login, and now it has come to maybe previously it was SAP Cloud 11, and now it has become as a SAP Cloud 12. Then it should trigger a workflow for the address change. I don't know what they mean by the current user. So maybe I think here also they are referring to the same thing, old and the new one. Then it is asking for the address change. Then it is fine. But if they're asking the same user, in that case, this does not go with this. All right. Anyhow, let's move on further. Yes, Sana, what is it? Okay, this is date of birth. We have already done this, right? So here you can see biographical, and this is something we have already done. So I'm not spending time in this. Okay, here also, what is this for the retirement age? 720. Why they have taken as a month as a 720? Acha, 720 they have taken for 60 years. Right? Calculate 60 into your 12 comes to be how much? 720, right? So they have taken as a, right, like this, they have taken as a retirement age. Okay. Whose turn it is to read this employee data?
It's my turn.
Okay, read this now.
Yeah. So this is if personal
Oh,
information.
we just done this.
We
We just
just
done
did
this.
this one, but
Yes.
then yeah. So they have done it. I think exactly how we did. They have chosen Mrs., Miss, Ms.,
They have
and
taken a message, right? So
yeah.
read this, read Sana, what they are saying.
If personal information model salutation value is equal to Mr. or
Hmm.
it is equal to personal information model gender value is equal to female. They have written two different things here: salutation and
Huh.
gender.
But
Yeah.
then this does not go with, right? You can't have a Mr. and female, right? It's a Miss
Yeah,
or
then
Mrs.
raise message gender error.
Obviously, it's an error. So this is
Yeah.
absolutely fine,
Yeah.
right?
Else
And hmm.
personal information model salutation value is equal to be madam, Mrs. or Ms. and personal information gender value is equal to male. Then
Then
again,
obviously it's an error,
yeah, yeah,
right? This is fine. This is absolutely fine. It's a quite a good rule what they have written, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's move on the next one. Yes, Bala. Previous one. I am not sure, Bala, whether it's a standard rule or not, because here in this system, it's like, you can see there are a lot of people who practice, right? So I have really no clue whether it's a standard rule or it's not a standard rule. Okay, so read this one, what it is, because I want to finish off with the business rule and your 7 point today.
This I
So
already read.
Acha, this you've already read. Okay, so what is what the recommendation? Yes, Bala? Right. So if you're creating if there's any job requisition which has come for director position, so in that case, what is happening by default? You're giving this stock uh, 10,000 to this director, right? Why you give the stock option to them apart from the salary? Yeah, but why? Yes, to retain the people. What happens? It's like, see, when you join a new company, it almost takes 6 months to 1 year just to get familiar with the culture of that company, right? Most of the people, it's like, what they do, they leave the company within 6 months after they join. So with such cases, company does not benefit anything. All right. So, when you do a recruitment, there is a whole huge investment it goes into the recruitment. So if you leave that the organization into the 6 month, recruitment is the most expensive activity in any organization. So so what happens, when they the people they leave, so in that case, the company doesn't benefit anything. I mean, by the time, they don't recover the amount they have spent on you. So that's the reason what the organization do, they offer certain stock option. Like in Infosys, you'd have heard about, I'm sure you'd have heard about Sikka, right? So now he has stepped down as a uh, MD of that Infosys, but initially he joined from SAP, he joined Infosys, and obviously, but he could not manage the work pressure and everything, so he stepped down. But so he was getting as a stock option also. Not only that, majority of the people, they don't leave the company Infosys. Why they don't leave the company Infosys? Because masses of consultant also who are there, they have the stock option for Infosys. So they take it as their own company. And then that's the reason, Infosys normally have a very low level of attrition in the IT industry world. Right, and it's a good company also because it's always better, to work with a company who follows the process and you know, right. So in that case, it is always beneficial to work for, with those companies. Anyhow, let's move on further now. Where we are, what is position management is coming in. Org chart and position management is starting, right? Okay. So position management setting. What is position management setting? Okay. So we are doing this position management team. So we have done this position management and your all these position management. If you remember in your position management, when we were creating this position, there was this rule which had it was coming as a default that section, right? So I'll come into the admin center. And in your admin center, what will basically happen if I again select the manage position? So this manage position, if you remember when we were creating a new section, so what actually it was happening, with the new position you will see it is your position code was automatically coming as a default with the ruler. So here you can see you cannot edit this. So where you can configure all these sections, you can configure that into your position management setting. So if you come into your position management setting, anything coming here. So here you can see the position management setting, it is coming here, and in this position management what will happen, you can see here, okay, the first thing it is, you can see it is a transition period. So what happens, what is transition period? Transition period, it means when the employee has resigned and there is somebody else who's come, huh, when employee has resigned and somebody else has to come and take over, right? So if FTE is 1, in that case, you can allow two people to be on the same position for the period of 3 months time. Okay. So then you also see there is a synchronization. Synchronization, it is when position org chart synchronization automatically. Synchronized position matrix relationship always. Rule for synchronization position. So here you can see there is some rule and all it is coming, but anyhow that is all standard. But now here you can see use position type yes. If the let's see what else is coming. Okay. If position external code is auto generated. If you see if you select this yes, this will become as a you can't edit it. So here you can see very specifically what they have done here, right? If the position external code is generated automatic. So if you make it no, this will become open. Then so here what you should do to be hired as a status adaptation. So you can set to be hired as status for the incumbent of the unassigned position only if the current FT value is below 0. I mean, that's fine with this. So here you can see that if set to be hired when if the FT is below, right? Obviously, right? Because FT is, if it is 2 and if it is below 1, then obviously it is, you have to hire one more person. It is reset when FT is again below, right? Obviously it will reset. Then again you have your change or set or reset to be hired if the position FT is changed, yes. If FT also changes, it is set to be reset, set or reset to be hired if the incumbent FTD is changed, obviously. So these details like this, you can do that, your position management setting. And also team, so you have your 7 points. So in this 7 point, let me also show you how we can make certain data changes. So what happens, when you come here and do your data changes, you can see your action. Good. So here, whose detail it is coming? It's showing for Sojourner. Let me become myself first. Oh, for me, it is not coming. For Soujanya, it is showing. Okay, let's show you in Soujanya's account only. So if I come to Soujanya's account and here you will see this action. So here you can see, let's suppose if you have to change a particular business unit, right? So how we can do that? Let's see all these details. So here you can go ahead and change with your business unit. So what you can do, so here these are the action. So you can select your change job and compensation. So if you click here into this section, what you're doing, you're changing your job, this detail, when, which is the date you do. I want to do that from yesterday days. So here you will see all these. So here you will see the position. The position is not assigned to this employee. Okay. So here we have your position. So here we have your all these positions. So Shini is back. Okay, so Srini, we just finish off with all the business rule. Anyhow, you can
Oh,
always refer to the recording.
okay, no problem. Because I didn't see your email, so that was the problem. I was
Ah,
using the. I'm really
okay,
sorry.
no problem. And we thought, because it was your turn to give us the answer, so you went missing.
No. I have connected, but
Oh, don't worry, I was just joking.
yeah.
So, okay, so what we try to do, we trying to change the position. Okay, team, here you can see there is a lot of information which is not maintained for this employee. So that is the reason his business unit is not coming here. Right. So if you have your all these detail which is mentioned, so in that case it's like, so you can maintain his business unit and everything. So here let's suppose, I don't know how all these detail it will come here. So here I'm just going to take it any random thing which just saves, it's fine. If it does not, then we'll move on. I don't know what all it has come here now. I think nothing important, right? Here it is. So let's save this here. Our position is required. So we have already given position. Oh, so let's save this. Pay grade is where is pay group? Where is pay group? Pay scale group, this one. Oh, there's no data. This is what this is, but this is not mandatory, right? Oh, here it is pay group. So this person is in US, right? So let's maintain it as a US monthly. So here you will see that as a US weekly. Let's go ahead and I just have to save this, right? Oh goodness. So I'll come here and save you this section. So you will see that your all these section, it will come here. And oh goodness, the start date must be, I don't know what all it is coming. Employee Sojana does not have a valid job information. Leave it. So this is how you can do your action and you can change your all these section. That's a one thing. And a lot of people, they also, okay, now here you can also see that was with an action also you can change this, and here also you can change your edit action, and from edit action also you can make those changes and you can do that, right? So that's the second option. Third way, here you can see your history. So here also you can see all this history when this record has been changed and when this record has not been changed. So like this you can see all these details, right? Now couple of people, they also ask me if employee has to be terminated. So how we can do that? So here we will see that employee, if they gets terminated, if you can come to your action, there is a section for termination, right? I'm not going to terminate this employee, but you can fill this termination date, maybe yesterday's date, termination reason, whatever the reason you want to do that, elimination from the position, or you can fill all these other detail and then you can go ahead and save this. I'm not going to save this here. If it is okay to be hired, so you can select it as a yes, and regret termination, whatever it is, cancel this your this section, right? So this is your termination detail. Then let's see, so far we have changed all these individually, right? Let me also show you how we can make these changes for the mass changes. So I'm going to do this mass changes for myself, which is for the location. Well, let's see if my location is maintained in the system or not. I don't know where is location. So you can see here biographical information, contract information, address, dependent payment information. I think location comes into your job information. So let me maintain the job information. Position again has gone missing. It's fine. Location, let's take it as any. Atlanta. Then there was a pay grade which was there, right? Where is pay grade? These are coming as a not mandatory. Let's save this. But can pay group? I knew that. There was some pay group. Where is pay group coming here now?
It was
Where
somewhere
is
at the
pay?
bottom.
Yeah, it was, but in the bottom only you can see there's no pay group.
Yeah.
I don't know where is pay group. I can't even save this. Pay grade. Where is pay group? No, pay group has to come as a pay group. No, pay scale is a different. So Surgeon, we maintain that pay group, right? I don't know where it is. These rascals, some access they will give and some access they will block. Okay, let's come to Saujanya only. It is not coming here, so I can't help it. I have to come here to Saujanya. So here, if I come to Saujanya's account, let's see her location if it is showing up here. Her job title is still not maintained for her also.
Why is this always best run, Ashish?
Best one is a standard company what success factor provides. So I've not created any company, so I'm using the standard one. See, for her, it's coming as a different information. For me, it is coming as a different, right? So they've not given those access to me. See, for her, it is coming this also.
For you, compensation information is not coming.
They're not given trainer only the access. All these details. And they're giving access to the consultant, imagine. Oh, goodness. So here we have your analyst, and then we'll see it. So let's save this. Hopefully it gets saved. Oh, goodness. The start date must be greater or equal to the first job record creation date. Where is the first job record creation date? I don't know where it is coming here. Anyhow, I'm leaving that. I'm not, doing all these experiment. So that is right. So that was you can see. So mass change, let me show you team how you can do your mass change. I'll not be able to show the live report, but let me show you how you can do that. Manage mass change. So here you can come here and you can come here into the manage mass change. So what you can do, so you can create this record. When you create this new record, you will see it will ask you that for whom you want to make this change. So here if I give this as a ADP mass change, I'll not save this, but I'm just showing you. So here, the employee group. So here you can see all these group, like you can include those people. You can doing for the Italy, Malaysia, and all those sections. So you can create here and do all your this area and everything. So you can go ahead and create your all these sections. So you can do that into the group. But if you want to create another group, you can do that. So let me see. But I am going to only do that for myself only because I don't want to disturb other person location. So since I don't see that here, so I'll just create it here as your ADP. All right, and I'll give only access to myself, right? So, but if you have your those details, you can do that mass changes, right? So this is for your which user? It is for your SAP Cloud, right? SAP Cloud 12. So this is me. So I'm only giving this changes to myself. Done. So here you will see ADP effective date. You can take it from, and then what you're changing, you're doing a mass change for your job information, right? Because location comes into the job information. So the field name, it is your location. So search for that location, select it location, the new value you want. I don't have an old value, so what do I show you the new? Let's suppose this guy was actually in Washington, so you want to make it Atlanta, right? So you have an event reason. What event reason? You can select the event reason as a job change. So you have a job change here, so you can see data change, job change, title update. So I think I'll go ahead with this one. And then you save and initiate. If the data it is here, it will automatically change, right? But for me, it will be a bit difficult because my data is not coming here, right? So on Saturday, when I'll have so much of time, I'll try to create all these data for me because these people, they keep on changing system, right? So it gets difficult for me also to maintain all these data. So here you can see, so like this, if you save and initiate, if you can go ahead and create all these sections. Now with this, we have completed your 7 point. Okay, so you can see all, it has taken quite a long time. We have created, okay, let's also talk about what is propagation rule team. What is propagation? You don't know, that is not good.
Yeah, uh, to propagate a value based on
Rule,
input value. Like if you provide an input value, you will get the desired
Right.
output value.
So these details, when you select India, you can see it is coming as a Texas as a INR, and when you select the state,
there's
it
a
starts
rule
showing as
written by
UP.
success factors, I think.
Yes, it's a rule which is written by success factors, so we don't work on it. It's just that when you upload your 7 data model, along with the 7 data model, you upload your propagation rule as well. Okay. So it's nothing. Once you upload your this propagation rule, then forget it, because after that we don't do anything. Uploading, I've already shown you, Vala, how you can upload. You're forgetting everything, you're not practicing. I have already shown you how you can upload your 7 data model in the provisioning system. Right. So same way you have, yeah, just check those videos. So same way, when you upload those 7 data model, you can also upload your propagation. Once you upload your propagation rule, then there is, forget it, because we never work on propagation rule. But I've told you what is
It is like
propagation rule. So,
auto population from foundation tables. It is used for auto population from foundation tables.
okay, you can say that.
Yeah.
So then you have
Like
your 9.
feature. We have the feature in core SAP
Yes.
HCM.
Yes.
It is similar to
Yes,
that.
just like P03. Yes. But I don't think so. None of them, Srini, they coming from the background of SAP HCM. So, but that is actually true what you said. So then
Yeah.
tomorrow we'll cover the event reason, and then followed by which we'll also cover the workflow. All right. So rest of the point team, it will get covered very fast. It won't take much time. Okay. So we'll again connect tomorrow, and we'll start with your event reason then. Any
Okay,
questions?
yeah,
Ashish?
got a question
Oh.
actually just want to ask you. Any idea when this server is going to, like, I know you
I
don't
have
have.
sent them a mail, but they have not replied back to me. So what I'll do after your session, again, I'll send them a reminder. So let's hope
Okay,
so I get, this access, from them. Okay.
okay, okay. And you remember you had said that you had sent some these softwares for XML and all, which we needed to download.
Hmm.
I was trying to download them, but I was facing some problem. So just in case, I'll try again. If there's
Okay.
again a problem, I'll just contact you.
Let's just ask other team member. Team, are you able to download that software? You didn't try it. Okay. Just try, downloading that software, because I don't think so, any other batch they have told me that they have an issue. So Sana, might be that point of time, there would have been some issue with the internet or something. Just try again today. If it works, it's fine. If not, then again I'll send it.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Ashish.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
I missed today's class, right? If you could, and I don't
Today's
know.
Thursday, right? So the team will already send all the session today.
Okay, no problem.
All right. So they will, don't worry, they'll send you all these details. Okay?
Okay.
Chalo. Okay then, team.
Thank you so much, Ashish.
Bye.